Imagine how it would feel to be your own bank and finance your own future. It's not a crazy idea, but a very real possibility. There are many solid how-to programs available online from financial experts with step-by-step formulas for achieving total wealth independence. It's fantastic education and excellent advice. Unfortunately, that's where they stop. People get excited and want to start investing immediately, but most of these experts don't help people take the next steps. Their job is to promote their own books and seminars, not to help you assess your personal income goals and appetite for risk. But who has the time to figure out the best choices on their own? There are so many, and it's hard to tell which are safe or even real. Sadly, this is where most people falter and give up. Does this sound familiar to you? Maybe you've already checked out some investment products or looked into cryptocurrencies and found them uncertain. If you'd like to start building real wealth through real businesses with someone you can trust, have a look into the Cashets platform. Cashets presents a suite of different investment opportunities for you to consider, depending on your goals, the return you're interested in, and the terms you're comfortable with. You don't need to invest a lot to get started, and you can always diversify from there as you learn and grow. And all the answers you need to make your own best choices are quite literally at your fingertips. Cashets is managed by an accomplished team of professionals from varied backgrounds, such as trading, investments, banking, asset management, and business development, bringing you more than 200 years of cumulative practiced experience. You can trust that every opportunity has gone through due diligence and been scrutinized by their highly qualified investment bankers, all structured in your best interests to bring one of the best returns in the market. And this transparent global company is also an agent for change. Their heart-centered business leadership works to create meaningful opportunities that lift up communities all around the world, because building wealth is only the beginning. You can be a part of this journey. Start building your own wealth today by investing in diversified projects and businesses that suit your own appetite for risk, right from your own home or office. Click the button below and we'll show you how.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of our wealth creation presentation. And we're going to be talking about Cashets. You just saw a quick video on there. And to those of you who got on a little earlier, we were showing you an interesting piece that was compiled about the different levels of wealth. Now, why is that important? I'm of the firm persuasion that in life, you should never stand still or stop. Life always keeps moving. Now, if you stop, then you'll go backwards. So even if you're stumbling, stumble forward. Why? Because eventually you'll get to where you want to be. You know, one of my great mentors, spiritually speaking, have said to me, Bishop Milton Perry, he used to always say, life will give you what you're looking for. And what that simply means is this: if you're not looking to succeed, it'll never happen. If you're not looking to increase, to grow, to even take the risk, because building wealth requires risk, you'll never see it. And so it's imperative to understand that whatever you're looking for out of life, that's what you're going to get. And nobody or nothing can stand in your way when you have the right tools. And that's what we want to talk about today. So today, I'm going to take you on a presentation of a company that has brought to us an incredible platform to be able to put your cash to work. Now, listen to me, and I'll hear what I've got to say. I mean this. The only time you should be saving, I'm talking about saving money, is for investment. You cannot save into wealth. It's just not going to happen. And matter of fact, if you're saving in the dollar alone, with the rising prices of inflation, everything you're saving is losing half of its purchasing power anyway. This is why $1 million today is vastly different than $1 million 30 years ago. It's less today. It purchases less. But money back then, or the dollars back then, was able to purchase more because we didn't have the levels of inflation, and we was not at the end of the life cycle of money, the dollar. And I do a teaching through our company called The Life Cycle of Money, and you don't want to miss it. It's a powerful teaching that breaks down each stage that we go through when it comes to the dollar and when we come to the whole monetary system. Now, these are the things you want to learn. These are the things you constantly want to expose yourself to, because now you can make proper decisions. you can make proper decisions that can move you forward to where it is that you ultimately want to be. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a company today by the name of Utopian Global that wants to help you. So as we get started with today's presentation, I want you to do me a big favor. Please get you some pens and papers and take notes. Why do you want to take notes? Because I promise you, if you're serious about your next level living, then the information you're about to receive can give you that stepping stone to help you step up, to help you go to what it is that you desire ultimately to be, do, have, and become. And that's what we're excited about sharing. So we're going to share with you a powerful presentation today of this company that I've been with for over 10 years. And why have I been with the company so long? Because it works. It works. Company works. They operate not just in what we're going to talk about today, these digital tokens that are backed by real world assets, but also precious metals, gold and silver. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever heard anything I have to say, we help a lot of people build wealth with gold and silver and protect their assets. It's very important to have. And then once you protect your assets by growing it, then you want to get a trust. You want to be able to have a trust. Now, there's many trusts out there, so you got to make sure you get the right trust that's designed by the right kind of people to really give you that freedom to use everything that you have in your possession, but be protected from outside influences trying to take it. Because the number one enemy in today, when it comes to your assets, is litigation. Why? Because anything that's open, you literally can lose. But when you have it inside of a trust, you grow your wealth. This is the strategy of the wealthy. They grow their wealth, they build their wealth constantly, and they protect it in the trust. So on one hand, they're creating wealth. On the other hand, they're protecting the wealth they create. So just like what happens in many communities, I know especially mine, every next generation have to start over. It should not be that way. We should have something that we can pass down. Now, listen, I know my family loves me to be here, but if I pass away, my family should have something that they can continue living this life at a level beyond me. And that will never happen because I only pray. Prayer is important. I believe it. I'm a man of faith. I pray all the time, but I understand that prayer, which is a part of our faith, without works is dead. And that's why we're here. We're here to understand and establish the power of what we need to do in the way we need to do it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce many of you to this powerful company by the name of Utopian Global. Now, Utopian Global is unique because Utopian Global operates off of real assets, real income, real lifestyle. That's right. This company deals with real assets. As you align yourself with the company, you have the opportunity and the privilege to have a real income. Now, why is that important? Because, ladies and gentlemen, be not mistaken, your income or the cash flow is very necessary. And I know many of you will build wealth if you had a good cash flow. Well, guess what? We're going to show you how to do that today as well. And then ultimately, real lifestyle. That's right. Real assets, real income, real lifestyle. Now, this company, which is a powerful company, it gives us the opportunity to, through this Cashets program, to earn relatively stable returns on your investment with unbeatable rates. And what you see here, right to my left or my right or your left, is you see an example of what this infinity vault is all about. And we're going to break that down right now. So what is Cashets? What is this thing about Cashets that you're talking, Dr. Blue? Very simple. In a nutshell, Cashets is a cryptographic asset that is a backed instrument that is allowed you to profit from the trading of tangible assets. Now, it is a ERC20 digital token created on the Ethereum blockchain. It is a yield-only token. Now, please write that down. If you're going to look into cryptocurrencies, if you want to be inside of it, and of course, we know more about cryptocurrency today than we did 10 years ago or when it first started. But those who really want to build wealth in a sustainable way, you want to focus on yield-only tokens. And I have to say this. When we first started in crypto, there wasn't a lot of yield-only tokens, but now there are. And you can also be a part of that and have the benefit of receiving from those yield-only tokens. All right, let's move along. All right, through Cashets token, we, the company, Utopian Global, bring real world physical assets trade to the blockchain. Now, you need to understand that's what gives us the ability to receive a powerful, powerful return, because you're not investing or putting your money to work in a theory or a possibility. No, real world assets. If you're taking notes, write that down. Real assets. If I've been asked to do, well, I've been doing seminars, and now that everything's opening back up, I got more people asking me to come in and do seminars and all type of stuff. And one of the things that I've been saying, and I will continue to say, right now more than ever, you need tangible assets. Please hear me. I'm not knocking anything else you're doing. If you don't have tangible assets, you don't have something that's going to survive this coming reset. Because real assets are physical assets that has intrinsic worth due to their sustainable substance and their properties. Now, here's some pictures of real assets that this company literally allows you to partake in. That's precious stones or diamonds, import, export, food, precious metals, renewable energy. Come on, shipping, in-go and out-go. My point is this: there's a lot of opportunities that you have with the Cashets program that you can literally have ownership in without having to set up these industries by themselves. For instance, any one of these that you see in front of you, if you was to go in and build that industry on your own, it would take billions of dollars to do. Well, you can leverage the company Utopian Global by only having the Cashets, which gives you digital shares producing, watch this, incredible income. So there's two ways that you can earn with the Cashets. Now that you know what they are, let's see how we can earn money with them, because that's why we're here. We want to see how can we build and create wealth, and what's the best way to do it. All right. The first way you can earn it is buying and staking. Now, the first way to earn is to stake your Cashets in the Utopian Global Infinity Vault. Simply saying, with a minimum investment, listen to this, of 200 euro. Now, that 200 euro, the reason why it's euro, because this is an international company, but immediately in your back office, when you get started, that euro will be converted into US dollar if you're here in America. If you're watching anywhere around the world, it will be euro. But what minimum investment is only 200. Now, again, tell me, anybody, let me just go back a little bit. How many of you have a platform that you can be involved in physical assets, as you see here, with the minimum starting at $200? Nobody, nowhere. But you can here with Utopian Global. All right. Each Cashet has a token has been assigned a fixed value. One Cashets equals 10 cents. So 200 Cashets, $200 or euros, if you will, give you 2,000 Cashets. All right. Then you can maximize your earnings. And while there's nothing complex about Cashets, you then choose your yield. The longer you stake, the greater your earnings. Now, what does that mean by staking? Once you purchase the Cashets, okay, they're staked into the Infinity Vault for a maximum of 12 months. You don't have to keep it in for 12 months, but for a maximum of 12 months, you can do one of three things. After 12 months, if you leave it for the whole ride, which will give you about 30% return, you can cash in everything and walk away. You can reinvest your capital and take only out your earnings. That's your yield, not your principal. Or you can reinvest both your principal and your yield for another 12 months. Now that's exciting. And if you need to cash out early, now listen to me. I know the changing of times and things are going to get rough and tough. All right. The challenge sometimes with cryptocurrency, it is hard to pull your money directly out of cryptocurrency without taking a hit, especially now that cryptocurrency is down from its all-time high. And many times, if you get involved at the all-time high and you pull out now, there's no way to recoup those funds. But this is why this program is so powerful, because if you need to cash out early, it's not a problem because there's no lock-in periods. There's no lock-in periods. Listen, I have never been a part of anything that there's no lock-in periods, which should give you greater joy, because now you got 100% callable, or you can call your money back 100%. And when you call it back, guess what you're receiving? You're receiving your principal plus your yield for however long you left it in there. Now that's incredible, because again, not too many things that you put investment in, can you receive your principal back. No, the investment got to outperform for you to receive and go over what you put in for you to receive your return back. But here, no matter what, you also receive your principal back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what gets me excited. And once your euros or dollars in this case are in your e-wallet, you then can have them transferred to your own bank account or into, if you're international, whatever your national currency is. It's that simple. So how much can you make? Well, here's how it works. All depends on how much you choose and how much you invest. What type of yield would you want? In this example, right before your face right now, you see 3 areas that gives you 3 different yields. As a customer, which is our free program, that's right. Did I tell you we had a free program? It's nice to know, but guess what? You get 17 yield on the free program. Members, you get 36% annual percentage yield. That's what API means. That's our premium yield program. Or if you want to be a brand partner, you say, you know what? I like this so good, I'm going to share it with my friends and family. Well, the company is going to give you affiliate rewards, a part of that program, up to 38.4% annual percentage yield. Now, this is how this looks. If you, let's say, got started now, and you, after 30 days, you say, I want to pull over. Well, pull out. Well, you get your principal back after 30 days. Whatever you put in, whether it's 1,000, whether it's 10,000, whether it's 100,000, you get your principal back. After 1 month, guess what you're going to do? You're going to get 5.40% on the customer platform, which is up to 7%, but your money's working for you even there. But it's not working as much as it would work if you was a member or brand partner, because as a brand partner, after 1 month, you receive 7.20% on your money. Just 1 month in this program will give you more than the bank will give you in a year. Now, let's look at 12 months. Look at the bottom category, 12 months. You're going to see after 12 months, you're going to have 17%, 04, on the customer free program, 30% on the membership program, and 30 plus, because there's other components with the brand program. Ladies and gentlemen, however much money you want to earn with this token, it's all dependent on what you, that's right, what you desire to do. So let's compare Cashets when it comes to the other sources. Take a moment and look at the screen before you. Banks, again, will give you less than 1% within a year, okay? Treasury bonds, 2.5%, pensions, 3.72%, S&P 500, 10%, real estate in the USA, 11.10%. Our Cashets standard program, which is the free account, 17%, and the Cashets premium. Come on, y'all. For our premium people, you still will have 30%. Now, I want to say this. This is based on Bank of America 12-month CD at $1,000. When you look at the Bank of America, the bank, and for $1,000, you put, if you put $1,000 at the Bank of America as a certificate of deposit, now listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, they keep your money for an entire year. And at the end, you can't touch it. You can't pull it out if you have an emergency or you need something. But at the end of the year, they give you 0.03 annual percentage yield. Now, of course, things vary from country to country. But the point is, if you're saving in the bank, you're not really getting the fullness that you want to do, because some of you may not have another 30 years. You may not have another 20 years. So how do you build wealth? How do you put your money to work in a fashion that can help you to win at the end of the day? All right. So where does let's look at an example. Where does 10,000 in your bank get you? All right. So Cashets versus bank in this example, in the premium yield program, 10,000 in for 12 months. Gets you 30%, which is passive earnings of $3,000. $3,000 your money would have made, and your new value would be $13,000. And is your money locked in? No. Well, at the standard yield, which is 17%, that 10,000 in for 12 months will give you 17.04%, which will be $1,704. At the end of the year, or your lock in, the year for the affinity vote is 11,704, and your money's not locked in. Well, let's compare that with the bank, because some of you say, well, I'd rather do it in the bank because I know what the bank, who the bank is and everything. So the bank is using your dollars. They're earning millions of dollars off of all of our deposits. And watch how much they give you after 12 months. A bank term deposit, which is a certificate of deposit, all right, gives you 12 months, give you 0.65%. That means that 10,000 I would have kept in the bank because I'm trying to save and be safe. I got to be careful. I got to be all right. You only earn 65 euro off of a 10,000 in deposit. Now, were you able to reach that money at any time? No. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your purchasing power is what counts. If you can't use it, and when you get ready to use it, it has value, then you are already fighting a losing battle. See, it's like crypto-like earnings with your cash without the volatility and risk. That's right. Listen to me. I'm a believer in cryptocurrencies. Let me just tell you, I believe it's going to be the wave of the future. But I believe that the market is so volatile, and I know this from personal experience, so volatile that you can't even reach your assets without taking a hit. Cryptocurrencies are a new asset class, and even though they provide amazing returns for many people since their inception, and you heard it on the news, people who have done millions and billions, and that's only in a breakout market. In a down market like we see today, there's a lot of volatility and risk. And DeFi, which is decentralized finances, is a more recent feature of cryptos that is becoming more and more popular. But here's the key. All cryptos are not backed by tokens. And that's what you want. You want to have a token-backed crypto. All right. What's the rise of DeFi or decentralized finance? As of 2021, there was $275.08 billion into the DeFi area, into decentralized finances. Why so much money? Because people understand it pays better yields than banks and most other assets. And that's all we're talking about. We're talking about you putting your cash to work and earning a better yield. Because if you're not working for money, then money should be working for you. And if you're not having it work for you, then you will have to work for it. And you'll always be limited doing that. So again, it's not unnormal to see annual percentage yields of anywhere between 15 and 50% or even higher inside of decentralized finance. And that's where we are today. Well, what's the underlying value? Most cryptos will not survive as there is no underlying value other than pure hype. Now, what do I mean by that? When we look at Shiba Inu, many of you may like that as a cryptocurrency, but let's be honest. If Elon Musk can say one thing and it causes it to rise very high, and then in the next day say one other thing, now, especially now he owns Twitter, if you haven't heard, and Shiba Inu takes a tank, then ladies and gentlemen, it shows that there's no value behind it but pure hype. Pure hype. I'm a believer in cryptocurrency. Let me just say that. Warren Buffett says that for all the cryptocurrencies in the world, he wouldn't pay $25 for them because cryptocurrency don't produce anything. Now, that's his opinion, and I'm not here to argue that fact. I am here to say to you that when you look at Cashets and how they measure up against cryptos with our yield-only token, because that's, again, the key. You want to, if you're going to be in cryptos, be in yield-only tokens, all right? All right, let's look at this example. It shows you right here. Cashets, is it a fixed value? Yes. In cryptocurrency, is it a fixed value? No. Cashets, are they stakeable? Yes. Is cryptocurrency stakeable? Yes. You can make money on a downturn if they're staked, depending on what coin you have. Volatile, is there volatility in Cashets? No. Is there volatility in cryptos? Yes. If you came near the all-time high of 70,000, you see right now that we're tweaking around 30 to 40,000. And it's been that way for months, almost a whole year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very volatile. What's your risk in Cashets? Very low, because everything we do requires risk. What's your risk in cryptocurrency? It's very high. Is the Cashets asset-backed? Yes. What about your cryptos? Very few cryptocurrencies are asset-backed. What about exchange fees? None. Exchange fees in Cashets. What about in cryptos? Absolutely. There's so many fees in crypto, you can't move from one crypto to the next without paying the fee. You can't move it from one wallet to the next without paying the fee. And on top of that, the government, when you pull out, wants you to pay taxes on your crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of fees there. Now, can you instantly convert convert to cash with your Cashets? Yes, you can. In cryptos, no, you can't. Some crypto got to be put into another crypto and then liquidated. It's a whole process. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not for the faint at heart. So what's a better retirement alternative? Because that's what we need to be thinking about. every gray hair that hits my head, that comes on my face, I'm more concerned about retirement than ever before. Why? Because I know that even though these may be the strong years of my life, they won't always be. So what am I going to do when it comes to retirement? What happens when you need access to your money and it's readily available through the Infinity Vault with this program? Most other financial institutions don't let you access your funds until a certain age. And when you do, they're going to charge you up front to make their money while they can. Well, with Cashets, ladies and gentlemen, you're in a better position. Why are you in a better position? Look at these facts. Hashtag facts. Higher returns, flexible, low risk, professionally managed, transferable, and willable. That means whatever I save in Cashets today, I can pass on to my children's children. Now, please write this down. Here's a side note. Poor people only prepare for the weekend, while wealthy people prepare for the next 3 generations. For a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Well, with Cashets, you get that opportunity to do so. And you ready? You can take profits whenever you want. There are no early exit fees or penalties when it comes to the Cashets program, especially when you're at the premium level. So how does Cashets stack against your current pension plan? Well, let's see. All right. Well, think about how you Cashets refer to your current pension plan. So let's talk about getting started with Cashets as we get ready to come to a close. All right. Now, in order to get started, you got to be referred, invitation only. That's right. Somebody got to love you enough to tell you that there's a program that you can benefit from and participate in that's going to help you win. Somebody has to love you enough to tell you. All right. If they did, you're here. You're listening to me right now. And I thank you for taking out the time of your day to do so. So when you get the invitation, you can open up an account with Utopian Global through that person's link, and it only takes a couple minutes. You join as a free, you can join for free as a customer and receive a standard yield of an estimated 17.4% with Cashets, or you can take advantage of other features of being a member with its premium yield program and subscribe for only €35 a month, which is $36.10 USD. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your option. You can do it for free and get 17% or get 30% return on your money and be a member for €35 a month. Now, investing in Cashets is super simple. With the click of a few buttons, you can transfer your funds, convert those funds into Cashets, stake your Cashets in the Infinity Vault, start earning immediately. Not when the market rises, not when you get the right opportunity, immediately. And again, I'm going to tell you again, because I cannot say this enough, cash out anytime you're ready. Now, what's your cash out options? Because we're going to talk about that. How do you cash out? First, you unstake your Cashets from the Infinity Vault, and then you sell them back. Your euros then will be delivered into your e-wallet that you can, and again, we already went over this, just kind of give you a snapshot, reinvest your funds back into Cashets, convert it into Bitcoin if that's what you want, exchange your funds into gold or silver, oh yeah, or pay your subscription for members only. If you're not a member, a customer, you don't have to worry about paying your subscription because you're a customer, or take the cash. You can do this without ever having to leave your Utopian Global platform. That's why we call it wealth creation you control. It will save you both time and money doing it all in one place. You don't have to go through anybody. You don't have to wait. You don't have to, get on the schedule. You can do it right from the comfort of your own home. It's incredible. So do you want to earn a 30% yield and create a second stream of income? Because many of you want to invest, but I'm going to tell you what your problem is. You don't have the cash flow. You don't have the cash flow to really do what you want to do. So how can you do it? Well, we're going to show you how you can do it, because Mr. Bill Rao, who founded this company, wanted to make building wealth easy for the average person, but give them the tools they need to do it. Now, the Infinity Vault customer referral program is what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to show you how to refer your friends and family and get paid to do it. Now, all you're doing, we ain't selling anything. You're not selling anything. We don't sell, we show and tell. Can you repeat after me? Say, I don't sell, I show and tell. Say it again. I don't sell, I show and tell. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this here. You can earn upwards of 8.4% based on the total value of funds invested into Cashets. That's right. You can do that from the referral program. This is not one of those things where you got to get 5 people on your right, 20 on your left, balance it out. No, we ain't talking about none of that. All we're saying is an affiliate program. We're going to show you how to monetize your mouth. So here's how it works. You'll earn rewards based upon the total amount of funds that are invested into Cashets as a result of your efforts. Then number 2, whoever you refer this to, you're going to have referral commissions that are paid out in Cashets. And you can either choose to convert those euros or compound them by staking them in your Utopian Global Infinity Vault. All right, here's how the rewards work. You're going to get paid, watch this, 6% referral commission every time a friend invests that you told them about. And that's regardless of whatever they do. The company says, instead of spending this money on TV, radio, billboards, magazines, all type of stuff, we're going to employ the greatest form of marketing that exists, and that's word of mouth. We're going to show you how to monetize your mouth. Every person you share this with, by telling them to get on a presentation like this or sending your website to them, allowing them to make the decision. I don't sell here. So anybody who feels like, I like it, Dr. Blue, but I don't want to sell nothing. Well, you don't have to sell anything. You can tell somebody to come take a look. That's all you're doing. Hey, would you look at this? Now, once you do that, as they get started, company says, if you're a member, not on the free account, I gotta be very clear. If you're a member, you're gonna earn 6% referral commission every time a friend invests. Now, if your friend then refers another friend, that's where it gets exciting. Utopian Global says, yeah, we're gonna pay them 6% like we paid you, but you're gonna get an additional 2.4% on their referrals. Wow, that's a combined 8.4% in referral commissions just because I told somebody to come take a look. Now, is there any limit to how many times you can get paid? No. Your referrals can invest as many times as they want, and you will get paid every time. Now, you don't have to know when they invest. You don't have to know how much they do. They do that on their own accord in their back office. And the company says, because you introduced us to this relationship, we're going to go ahead and reward you for it. I wish more companies did that today, because I love telling people about my favorite things. Come on, now you could be Oprah and tell everybody what you love. And when people get started, you earn an income. Again, for premium yield members, you're going to get 6% for your direct referrals only. But if you're going to become an affiliate reward member, that's our highest package, you're going to get 6% for your direct referrals plus 2.4 in your indirect referrals. Now, here's some income examples to kind of put it in, bring it home as so you can understand what a light promoter. And when I say light promoter, I'm talking somebody who does it casually. You know, I ain't got the time, Dr. Blue, to be doing all that, but I tell people when I can. This is a tell people when I can situation, all right? If you, in a direct referral, refer 5 persons, this is your Cashette clients, 5, and you're going to get a bonus of 6%. Now, if they did an average investment of $1,000, which is not a lot of money today, your income from just 5 people doing that at 6% is $300 extra. Not to mention what your Cashets is earning you at 30%. This is all side income. Now, let's say those 5 persons went ahead and told 5 more each, which is 25. You're getting 22.4% off of that. If that investment was $1,000, that's an extra $600, and you don't even know those people who they told. And with a combined total, 8.4%, $1,000 average investment, €900 that you're going to be able to receive, all because you just thought it not stingy to keep it to yourself, but to tell somebody else. And ladies and gentlemen, the rewards are spread out over a 12-month period, and they're paid out at the first of each month, just like the example above. So again, this is a way to earn some small passive income. What would you do if you had $900 extra plus every month from you just simply doing what you were doing? It's incredible. Now, how much will your bank pay you for referring others? How many of you have told somebody, hey, you know, I bank with this person and I want you to try this bank out? They never, again, they won't give you this. Now, out of 440 people, how many people will you did you personally refer? It's right inside of the example. Here's another example. I'm sorry, I skipped one example. Now let me show you a serious promoter, because I want you to see, I showed you a light promoter. Here's a serious promoter. A serious promoter is somebody who I would say like me. When I love a thing, I tell everybody about it. I tell them, hey, y'all, you got to try this. You got to taste this. You got to do this. This is amazing. And that's just who I am. But if you're a serious promoter, let's say you reached out and helped 40 people get started at 6%, an average investment of just $5,000, that's $12,000 a month coming into you. Now, if those 40 people told people too, that 400 people, you get an extra 2.4% at 5,000 average investment. That's $48,000 a month, or euro, excuse me. So that's 440 combined, 8.4% bonus, average investor at 5,000. Now we know numbers are perfect, people aren't, but on average, if they average of 5,000, you're looking at 60,000 euro extra. And what did you do? I just told people who I love and respect how they can build and create wealth so we can win together. That's all I did. And the rewards are spread out again over a 12-month period. And amazing, right? This is the possibility you have with this platform. Now, if you can do anything else that's going to give you 30%, that's going to pay you for just sharing and showing and telling, go do it. But if there's nothing else, then maybe what you're watching here today is really worth you being here and listening to everything I'm saying. So how much would your bank pay you for referring others? That last example, we gave you an example of 440 people. How many people did you personally refer out of those 440 people? Only 40, which is about 9%. I referred 9%, and I got paid on 100% of the total amount of funds deposited out of the 440 people. And again, this is just one of the 8 different ways you get paid on the Utopian Global platform. So we're not just telling you how to grow your wealth, we're showing you how to earn extra income by monetizing your mouth. All right, so let's get ready to close this thing out here. All right, compound your monthly paid rewards and earn up to 30% annual percentage yield. So again, in this example, 40 people, average investment of 5,000, yearly reward 12,000. All right, 0.50 per month is 1,000. You got 3,600 that's coming to you from your direct referrals. If you compound it, right? Same thing with indirect. All right, you compound it, that's another 40,000 at 0.24%. Coming in, that's 14,400 combined total. If it's a combined total, if you are again compounding yourself, 5,000 average investment, 60 annual reward, 4,000, that's 18,000 in addition to that 60,000 you made. Assuming you reinvest your rewards on a monthly basis, here's what you get after 12 months: 18,000 per year. That's 180 Cashets per year. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that's a strategy. We're just showing you the different ways in which you can work this and you can win. And that's what's exciting. So how do I get started? Now what? You can do what thousands of others of people have done already. You can use your referrals link, whoever invited you, to get started today. Now, let's say you say, well, I want to do a free account. No problem. Understand this though. On a free account, you're going to get 17% and your percentage yield. You still will have access to your principal, no problem. But here's the only thing. This is the only account that does not have free callable withdrawal. So if you pull it out, there will be a fee on the free account. All right. And then you also get a website with limited features. Now let's look at the premium yield program. You're only paying $35 per month. That's it. That's all you're doing at this program. And you're getting 30% and your percentage yield, gold and silver wholesale, gold and silver storage, free, a free withdrawal. I can pull out at any time. I don't get any cash outs with this program, with this premium yield, but I'm going to get 66% off of whoever I tell directly about the program. Now, at this level, I won't get paid off of whoever they tell, but I do get, whoever I share with them. Plus, I get a full personal website, marketing materials, and everything, all because of this here. This platform. Now, when we look at the affiliate rewards program or the branders program, 390 euro, which is about $400. Guess what I get with that? Of course, I'll be on the monthly plan at 35, 30% and more, and your percentage yield. I get the gold and silver wholesale price. I get the free gold and silver storage. I get to call back my money at any time without paying a penalty. In this package, they're giving me 1,600 Cashets. Plus, only at this level, whoever I tell them directly, the company's going to pay me 6% of whatever they do, and 2.4% of whoever they tell, and whatever that person does. Then I get all the benefits. Watch this: annual leverage income program, personal website, all right, marketing materials, and watch this here. Even at this level, I get a 14-day money back guarantee. For 14 days, they will allow me to pull my money out if within 14 days I don't like the program. Now, most companies, they reluctantly give you 3 days. This company says, we want you to know how serious we are. We're giving you 14. So ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. As we close out right now, here's a little bit of the term conditions. You can take a moment to look through this. All payouts are subject to AML regulations, with anti-money laundering regulations, which means this company only do business with people who are who they say they are. All right. All right. Cashets are staked and unstaked at any given time. And it is mandatory to have Cashets unstaked before they can be sold back to the platform. All right. Pulling them out to the vote. Anyway, these are just some of the terms and conditions. Any delay or loss due to misinformation or submission of incorrect details by you, the token holder or withdrawer, will be held solely responsible for any consequence arising from such act. And this is why we have a team called United Wealth Creators that want to help you do this. We want to help you win. We want to help you succeed. And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, why do I stand so strong with this program? Because it works. I'm not only a part of it, I'm also a client of it. That's right. I have my future being built, all because I got money working for me instead of me working for it. And as you understand that, as you recognize that, we want to then give you the opportunity of realizing and recognizing that anyone can build wealth at the right time when you have the right component. And the right component, watch this, is Cashets. So this is what we want you to do as we close out. Thank you for tuning in. All right. For the last 15 minutes, because we generally like to have our presentations, we're going to do two things. I'm going to open the floor for any questions. And if there's no questions, I'm going to play us out on a powerful video called the 5 Levels of Wealth. It's very good to see. It's about a 10-minute video. All right, we got the time. If there's no other questions, let me see if there's any questions that I can answer live for anybody. If there's no other questions, I want you to see this on our way going out. Any questions from anybody, go ahead and put your hands up or raise it or whatever the case may be. Look like there's no questions, so I must have done a great job explaining this opportunity. Well, here it is. I'm excited about it. You should be excited about it. And at the end of the day, we all can win when we win together, because we're better together. So thank the person who invited you on this presentation. Let them know that you are happy to be here, that you're excited about all the great possibilities. And you know what? Take action now. Don't wait. Wait for the right time. You know, my favorite scripture says it this way. Whoever, thank you, Paula Martin says, great presentation, Dr. Blue. Thank you. Whoever waits for the right conditions will never get anything done. There will never be the right conditions, ever. There will never be the right conditions. You want to take action now, and you want to take action with this. Well, there's no other questions. I'm going to close out with this. We're going to show you the 5 levels of wealth. Feel free to stay around and watch it. We're going to play the whole thing out. And then after that, we look forward to talking to you again on next week at the same time. We generally do a presentation at 1 p.m. and in the evening at 7 p.m. So if you want to invite other people to come again at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go ahead and do it. Invite people to take a look, take a listen, and make a decision. And we're going to help them every step of the way. We're United Wealth Creators, excited about helping you create wealth the way it can be done.
If you earned $1 per second, then to make $1 million would take you about 11 and a half days. But to make $1 billion would take you over 31 and a half years. You see, it's easy to think of wealth in terms of rich or poor. But broadly speaking, there are arguably 5 different levels of rich. And at each level, things change very drastically. The difference between what a millionaire can do and a billionaire can do is simply staggering. In this video, we'll be exploring what life is like at each of these different wealth levels and delving into how the ultra-rich spend their money, including some of the most bizarre and extravagant purchases you've ever heard of. But as you're watching, you'll realize that one of the biggest changes that happens at each of these wealth levels is perspective. Because prices feel relative to how much you earn. So if you compare someone who's earning 40,000 a year with someone earning 400 million a year, it's 10,000 times more, which means a Lambo that costs $300,000 to them is the equivalent of spending $30. A $10 million piece of art feels like $1,000. A $15 million home in the Hamptons feels more like $5,000. So, whilst to us, each of those purchases would feel so major, to a billionaire, it's not even something they'd really need to think about. And of course, when you're that wealthy, it's not just items and experiences that you can buy. But we'll get to that. Let's instead start off with the first level of rich, the top 1%. Even though this phrase is synonymous with being extremely rich, if your income is over about $200,000 a year, you would technically be part of the top 1% of worldwide earners. And so being in the top 1% may not make you feel quite as rich as you would think. Because sure, you can typically afford a nice house and car, but with those things comes higher costs. And so you probably don't feel very financially secure, and you're likely still working a full-time job. Which is why beyond this level, wealth starts to be measured in net worth rather than income. Because the more wealth you have, the more assets you have. And you're probably not making your money from a normal salary. So the next level of rich is a net worth of $10 million to $30 million. At this level, your needs are met. You can live very comfortably. You have a really nice house. You often fly first class internationally. If it's a special occasion, you might book a $2,000 suite. You can afford any healthcare you need. And in fact, no emergency financial situation can destroy your life. And yet, you're still not rich in the way that money doesn't matter. You still have to be sensible and careful when it comes to big decisions. And in the banking world, you're still not classified as having an ultra high net worth. Which brings us to our next level, a net worth of $30 million to $100 million. At this point, you start playing in the big leagues. And most likely, you run or have a controlling interest in a very large company. You always stay at 5-star hotels, and you have multiple residences all around the world that you can stay in as well. You take holidays during prime time, for example, going to Monaco for the Grand Prix, or Cannes for the film festival. And you won't bat an eyelid when the place you're staying at costs $10,000 to $20,000 per night. You have personal assistants and are starting to have people that others have to talk to get to you. You can buy pretty much anything that normal people think of as stuff rich people buy. Like you can buy any cars you want, the fanciest jewelry, and so on. Instead of flying first class, you'd fly private. Although, having said that, you typically charter a flight or own a private jet fractionally through a service like NetJets, instead of buying it outright and having to maintain it. But still, at this level, another big change that happens is your social circle. You probably start socializing with congressmen, senators, and community leaders. You're likely very well respected within some very high-class circles. Interestingly though, since you're likely surrounded by other ultra-wealthy people, you may start to feel you don't have enough. Sure, you may have just bought a new Ferrari, but your friend has a limited edition version where only 5 were ever made. And sure, you had dinner with a local governor, but your billionaire friend just had dinner with the president. Even at this level, people are still looking above them, which brings us to our next level of wealth, $100 million to $1 billion net worth. To be at this level, you likely have ownership or control of a business that most of the public have heard of, even if they haven't heard of you directly. At this point, you can likely socialize with movie stars, rock stars, and the corporate elites. You can go pretty much anywhere you want and always in style. You have multiple residences for staff all over the world with elite cars at every residence. If it's your thing, you might have a private island and of course, a private yacht to get you there. Almost any experience you can dream up you can have. Want to play tennis with your favorite star? Call his people. For a donation of 100,000 or more to his charity, you can probably play a match with him. Want your favorite band to come and play at your private party? Well, for the right price, they probably will. What about if you love art? Your people could arrange for the curator of the Louvre to show you around and show you some masterpieces they haven't exhibited in years. If you can dream an experience up, you can likely have it. Donations and fees can get you to anyone. And once you have many hundreds of millions of dollars, it's the same when it comes to buying things. You may hire people specifically to find you the most extravagant versions of items you can think of. For example, the Australian company Toilet Paper Man produces 22-karat gold toilet paper for a cost of over 1.3 million. And if you are going to quite literally flush money down the toilet, why not get a gold toilet or an entire gold bathroom to go with it? In fact, if you're ultra wealthy, you can literally have gold everything. How about a 24-karat gold water bottle, which in itself is a piece of designer art and comes with spring water from France and Fiji, combined with glacier water from Iceland? Or alternatively, how about the world's most expensive iPhone that has 24-karat gold casing and more than 600 white and black diamonds, plus sapphire glass for the screen? This obviously isn't available to the general public. To buy one, you're going to need over $15 million. But this is the key. At this level, it's not just about buying the fanciest, most luxurious items. It's about getting the rarest and most exclusive things you possibly can. For example, you could get a limited edition pen that costs $160,000, has 4,810 diamonds inside, and only 8 are made each year. Or if you want to go a lot bigger than that, many billionaires turn to art. And not just rare paintings, but things like this dead shark art piece created by Damien Hirst that sold for $12 million. Or let's say you like piano. Well, here's the same crystal piano that was used for the Beijing Olympic Games that was purchased at a private auction for a record $3.2 million. You see, when you're at this wealth level, your mind is the only real limit to what is available. But then we have our final level, the 1 billion net worth and above. Now, before we get into what you can do as a billionaire, which honestly is pretty insane, it's worth noting that the number of billionaires on Forbes' annual rich list has significantly increased in recent years. And there's now around 2,755 known billionaires. Of course, it's possible there are more who have generational wealth that simply do a good job of staying very, very private. But either way, Forbes have estimated these 2,755 billionaires are worth a combined $13.1 trillion, and therefore have more wealth between them than the poorest 5 billion people on Earth combined. These statistics are overwhelming. But let's actually visualize it to put things in perspective. This rice example really highlights that even within this billionaire category, the difference between 1 billion and the kind of wealth Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk have is insanely vast. I'm also a big fan of James Janney's YouTube channel, and he did a great job of visualizing the difference between these large sums of money in a different way. So after seeing these examples, we've now got a better idea of the scale of $1 billion. So now let's look at what you can actually do with it. Because essentially, you can buy anything. And I do mean anything. We're no longer talking about luxurious items and experiences. Firstly, you can buy access. You can ask your staff to contact almost anyone on the planet and get a call back. It's amazing the level of access and respect $1 billion can get you, where within an hour, you could ask your people to get in touch with someone and they'd be able to do it. And I'm not just talking about contacting celebrities. It works the same with powerful people within politics as well, especially because the billionaire may well be a donor to their political party. And so if you're a billionaire, you may occasionally meet with the heads of states and have conversations with them, which brings us to the second thing $1 billion can buy: influence. As a billionaire, you have many ways to shape public policy and the public debate. And this isn't always done in some kind of evil way, like lobbying for lower taxes for rich people. Although obviously that does happen. But the simple fact is, because of your wealth and connections, you can absolutely influence big changes in the world. And not just on a political level, because another thing you can buy is impact through philanthropy and charity. Your money can literally change countless lives. The question is, how do you distribute it? Clean water for villages? Fund new hospitals? Try to save a dying species of animal? With money, you can impact almost anything of your choice. But one of the biggest differences with billionaires that is often overlooked is the ability to essentially buy time. You quite literally don't have to wait for anything. No lines, no sitting around. Just think about it. You've got your own private jet. So you just show up at the airport whenever you want, sit down in the plane, and 2 minutes later, you're in the sky and can go wherever you wish. When you arrive, a driver will have already been arranged to pick you up and take you wherever you want to go. Your assistant will have already got the best table at the restaurant you mentioned wanting to eat at. Or maybe your assistant arranged for a celebrity chef to come to one of your vacation homes instead, at whatever time you choose. Everything you could need is taken care of for you.